Alright, okay, give me a chance to defend myself. I know I said I would upload weekly, if not every 4 or 5 days, and it has been, well, a month, but we're back now and we're dropping a crazy video about REDkit in The Witcher 3 today. So CDPR is releasing REDkit for The Witcher 3 on May 21st this year, and I wanted to cover what REDkit is, how it will affect the game, the future of the game, etc, etc, all appliances you can imagine with you guys today, just for the people who are less connected in the Witcher community and the people who are more connected, get a better understanding of what REDkit is and how it's going to help us out as players and as a community. If you're a Witcher enjoyer, this is something to be ecstatic about. Me personally, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, I am over the moon with this announcement that it's coming out so soon. I thought it would release later on in the year, late 2024, but I suppose not. Anyways, let's get into what REDkit actually is. REDkit, to put simply, is a load of assets that CDPR have used themselves to allow you to make new quests, redesign areas, make new animations and different character interactions. One that would be more lore accurate if you wanted, or one that would be totally bizarre and not accurate with the lore at all. The possibilities are endless with REDkit. As aforementioned, it gives you all of the assets that CDPR used when they were making The Witcher 3 and lets you do what you want with them. So essentially, you can create your own happiness. You can make quests from the books in the game. You can make lore accurate interactions with characters for those of you who read the books and enjoyers of that. Or you can redesign areas. I forgot to mention that, I believe. Essentially, in the REDkit, as I will show you now, you can apply different elements to areas that didn't have it before, such as a mountain. You can cover it in snow, you can cover it in water, I believe also. Essentially, you can do a lot with the things that you're given with REDkit. It's the ultimate mod maker tool. Using REDkit itself is nowhere near as hard as developing an actual game because you have the assets on hand already given to you by the developers, that being CDPR. Imagine building a house. The hardest part is building the foundation, and while not literally challenging, you have to build the foundation itself to be sturdy, reliable, and work great and not crumble on you, which is what CDPR have done, and then they've just given us the framework for the rest of it. Anyways, you guys get the general idea of what you can do with REDkit. You can totally alter the game how you see fit, create new interactions, etc. REDkit itself is around 40 to 60 gigabytes, which is a pretty hefty load for a lot of people, but it's absolutely worth the install if you're curious and ambitious to make these things yourself. Frankly, I don't know many games that give such great assets to their players and allow them to do this on their own. In fact, most games would be opposed to the idea because they think that this is their game, only they should be able to adapt it and add things to it. I think this is an absolutely phenomenal introduction from CDPR, and I think it's going to be great for The Witcher's longevity. I kind of want to delve into what CDPR are conveying to us, the community and players and lovers of The Witcher, by releasing this. Not only are they telling us that they care about us and they want us to create the longevity of the game on our own and use our own imagination to create the game as we wish, but they're also conveying that, as most of us are already aware because the game is so old now and hasn't had any huge updates or expansions ever since Blood and Wine, and maybe the next gen update if you count that as an expansion per se, that there's going to be no more Witcher 3 content most likely. Of course, with the Witcher 4 or the Witcher Polaris as coded, they are in the pre-development stage of that, and that's probably going to be their main focus alongside the other Witcher project and the Witcher remake that they have in mind. So generally, is this a good update? Absolutely. I think that there's no debate whatsoever to say that this is nothing but beneficial for The Witcher, and the only complaints that you can really have about it are due to issues with REDkit itself and not an issue of REDkit. Unfortunately for our console brothers and sisters out there, this is PC only, and as I mentioned before, this is absolutely going to aid the lifespan of The Witcher, such that I believe that if people get The Witcher 4 or The Witcher Polaris, however you wish to call it, and they don't like it, they'll probably end up playing The Witcher 3 with the REDkit editions in tow. We may have a bit of a Skyrim situation, and I don't mean that they'll be re-releasing The Witcher loads of times, but more so that people will be so in love with the game that they will play it over and over and over again, even more than they do now, which is a lot. So yes, I do believe that this is going to aid the lifespan of The Witcher 3, and The Witcher 3 is already living for a very long time, even without the help of REDkit. But yes, REDkit is a great addition. I kind of wanted to comment and talk a little bit on The Witcher Polaris. The release date, I've had a lot of questions about when I think the release date's going to be, and I think my answer to that is early 2026 to late 2026, but ideally I want CDPR to release it whenever they feel comfortable to release it. I would much rather a fully polished, fully complete game than a half-baked game, and we'd have another Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk release date situation. God forbid, please no CDPR, I can't do that right now. My expectations for The Witcher 4 are obviously quite high, but I'm a little bit afraid after the Cyberpunk launch. But with them switching to Unreal Engine 5, which is supposed to aid in the development process, and them taking a good amount of time in the pre-development stages, I have trust in CDPR to deliver. To conclude, I definitely believe that this REDkit is something that you guys all need to have your eyes on and invest some time into and some effort into. It's totally going to change The Witcher 3 for the better and give access to so much more content. My hours on The Witcher 3 are already looking pretty bad, but now they're going to skyrocket even more. Anyways, As for my analysis on REDkit, that's it over, and I hope you guys have taken something informative away from the video. This is how many people that they have developing The Witcher 4 Polaris right now. So yes, I do believe that my time frame of 2 to 3 years, maybe 4 years if they need it, is pretty fair. And with all that being said and done, I hope you guys have a great day, and expect another upload within the next week, I promise, okay? Take care, guys. Have a great day.